Bowman Gray Stadium, better known as the Madhouse, has long been a place NASCAR stayed away from. And for more than half a century, there was a reason. This tight quarter-mile oval leaves no room to breathe. Contact isn't optional. Confrontations are part of the culture, and simply finishing can matter more than raw speed. On February 1st, however, the Cup Series is coming back, and 200 laps at Bowman Gray promise absolute mayhem. The grandstands are full, the walls are reinforced, and what unfolds could become one of the most unpredictable nights the sport has ever seen. One of the most visible upgrades arrived in early December when NASCAR revealed a brand new video board at the historic stadium. The previous 19 by 19 foot screen has been replaced by a massive 32 by 19 foot Samsung LED display. This improvement goes far beyond added size. The board is powered by a next-generation Motion Rocket Launchpad 3 control system, complete with built-in redundancy, designed to make sure fans never miss a second of the action. With sharper resolution, stronger brightness, and more accurate color reproduction, the new display will allow spectators to catch every detail of the intense on-track battles. Its debut couldn't come at a better time. The screen will be fully operational for the 2026 Cookout Clash, offering split-screen views of live racing, real-time scoring, leaderboard data, and safety information all at once. At a track famous for chaos and controversy, clearer sightlines will only heighten the experience. The video board is just one part of a much larger transformation. Ahead of last year's return to the modern NASCAR era, Bowman Gray underwent major renovations. A cutting-edge Musco lighting system was installed, washing the track in a signature red glow that stood out on television. Outdated guardrails were removed and replaced with modern, safer barriers and protective catch fencing. These changes were critical, as everyone involved knew exactly what could happen when Cup Series cars returned to this unforgiving venue after a 54-year absence. The 2005 Cookout Clash delivered exactly what fans hoped for. Chase Elliott controlled the race, pacing the field for 171 of the 200 laps and taking the win in front of a packed house. Inside the stadium, the energy was undeniable. Every seat was filled as fans watched NASCAR's premier series return to a place that had waited since 1971 for another moment like this. The racing lived up to the Madhouse reputation: intense, relentless, and thrilling. Elliott's win didn't come easily. He had to fight through close-quarters battles with Ryan Blaney and several other past champions. On a quarter-mile oval this tight, mistakes are unforgiving. Each lap demands focus, restraint, and the willingness to lean on another car when needed. This is short-track racing at its rawest, and the drivers understood the challenge. After the race, Elliott spoke about how special it felt to compete inside a stadium, and thanked the fans for creating an unforgettable atmosphere. The difference between Bowman Gray and the Clash's former home couldn't be clearer. For 3 seasons, the event was held at the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum, where a temporary circuit was built inside one of the most famous stadiums in the world. Those races featured fireworks, celebrities, and all the flash expected from a Los Angeles showcase. While the spectacle drew attention and introduced new fans to NASCAR, something essential was missing. The soul of grassroots racing simply wasn't there. Bowman Gray Stadium embodies what the Coliseum could not. Constructed in 1937 during the Great Depression, it has hosted weekly NASCAR-sanctioned racing since 1949. It is the longest-running weekly NASCAR track in the sport's history. Between 1958 and 1971, the stadium welcomed 29 NASCAR Grand National events, the forerunner to today's Cup Series. Legends such as Richard Petty raced here when short tracks formed the foundation of NASCAR. The Madhouse nickname was earned the hard way. Circling a football field on a flat, quarter-mile oval guarantees contact. Tempers flare, and fights are never far behind. Weekly modified and sportsman races at Bowman Gray are notorious for dramatic clashes, both on the track and in the infield. Emotions run high, and rivalries can last for years. When NASCAR chose to bring the Cup Series back to this environment, everyone knew sparks were likely to fly. Relocating the Clash from Los Angeles to Winston-Salem signaled a clear change in direction for NASCAR. The sport is leaning back into its roots, recognizing that while big stage spectacle has value, authenticity still matters. Fans have responded in a big way. The 2025 Clash sold out, and tickets for the 2026 event are disappearing fast, even with race weekends still weeks away. The weekend schedule further reinforces that grassroots feel. On Saturday, January 31st, The Cookout Madhouse Classic returns, featuring invitation-only fields in the modified and sportsman divisions. The top 22 modified drivers and the top 20 sportsman drivers will compete in their own races before Cup Series practice and qualifying take place. These are the local regulars. The D. Rivers who battle here week after week, finally getting center stage. Last year's modified feature set the tone when Chris Fleming edged out the legendary Burt Myers in a dramatic finish. Behind the scenes, the stadium's infrastructure has also been modernized. Upgraded fiber, electrical systems, and network capacity now support advanced IP-based technology and mobile engagement platforms. The new video board can process multiple data feeds at once, delivering information to fans that simply wasn't possible in the past. Considering the facility is more than 80 years old, Bowman Gray is surprisingly prepared for the modern era. What truly fuels the excitement, though, is how quickly anticipation has spread online. Social media is buzzing with speculation about what will happen when NASCAR's biggest names take on such a small, punishing track. 200 laps on a flat quarter mile, where aggressive moves are required and contact is inevitable, creates endless possibilities. Crashes are likely, confrontations are possible, and the return of old-school drama is exactly what has fans counting the days. The idea that old-school NASCAR is back resonates because it feels genuine. Most modern Cup races take place on large ovals and road courses where drivers have room to recover from mistakes and patience often pays off. Bowman Gray offers no such forgiveness. Here, every choice has immediate consequences. The slightest bump can set off a chain reaction. Drivers known for calm, calculated racing may find themselves pulled into heated disputes over contact that is simply part of doing business at the Madhouse. NASCAR Regional's managing director, Joey Denowitz, has leaned into that identity while announcing the Clash's return for 2026.